You didn't opt out of work this morning?
No.
No.
I'm not Gen Z.
Here's Andrew Pearce and Kevin Maguire debating a Daily Mail headline that reads 1 in 4 young people consider quitting work entirely. Notice how Pearce is just guided by his sheer prejudice, never stopping to wonder why young people are considering this option, instead labelling all young people as sponging off the state. Meanwhile, Maguire rips into the article, exposing that it's really a paper tiger of a headline.
Well, let's talk about that.
Most of Gen Z will be going to work or in education or training.
Well, 3 out of 4 of them might. According to your front page, Andrew, this morning, there's 1 in 4 under 25s don't want a job. And the most commonly given reason is their mental health. Explain, what's happening to us?
A lot of this has happened since the pandemic, and they've got to get a grip of this because we've now got, I think it's 22% of the working population is not in work because of a lot of it is to do with mental health issues, and they're living on the benefits. Benefits are supposed to be a safety net, not a way of life, and it's
But why specifically under 25s? Is that the hotspot?
It's because. I think Wes Streeting said yesterday, the Health Secretary, we are over-diagnosing mental health, and he's right.
But first of all, you get diagnosed by a doctor. You don't diagnose yourself and just turn up and say, can I have some money,
how do you get to see a
please?
doctor?
That 22% figure, it's about 9 million of the workforce. That includes students, they're working. It includes people who are caring for others at home. And it includes people who've retired early. So I think that figure gives a wrong impression about Britain. For that figure, 1 in 4 thinking of giving up work, they haven't given up work. They're thinking of it. I'd like to see a previous figure so you can gauge how that has affected over a period of time. Because it's often younger people, particularly if you live at home, you almost have an option. You can say, right, I'm going to give up work and I'll live off mum and dad for a while. You have options. And I would also like to see what the figure is, say, for people 60 to 66 who are working, whether they're thinking of giving up work. Because you tend to have the people who can give up work tend to be younger and older, while those in the middle, if you're bringing up kids and you have a mortgage, you can't.
Do you not think there's a generational change going on? Because certainly when I think back to all the kids who left school when I did, some of my contemporaries who went to university and then left university and got jobs, it never occurred to them not to go to work. It simply wasn't a factor in their life plan. There does seem to have been a generational shift.
Yeah, I agree.
However you quibble about the figures, and you're right to, there does seem to be a trend that young people think that not going to work is an option for them. It's a life option.
Because they can have benefits that weren't around as much. And I think it's an absolute crisis.
Click here for Labour MP Clive Lewis displays disgust at Liz Kendall's disability cuts.